Everybody over here, everybody over there. According to the United States federal government, which includes federal agencies such as the U.S. Supreme Judge, District Attorney of the USA, U.S. Treasurer of Congress of the USA, U.S. President, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Vice President of the USA, U.S. Fish and Game, and the National Association for Gifted Children defines the gifted and talented students as a child or youth who perform or shows the potential for performing at a remarkable high level of accomplishment when it comes to others of the same age, experience, or environment, and who exhibit high performance capabilities in an intellectual, creative, or artistic way, possesses an unusual capacity for leadership, and excels in the specific academic fields of study. Furthermore, class-exceptional children are gifted students who live with one or more than one disabilities. Renaissance person is gifted in more than one area instead of one, and that's only half the fun. Child prodigy is a young person under the age of 10 years old who produces meaningful output in some domain to the level of an adult expert. This also includes, even though extremely rare, a child prodigy could be produce expert field in criminal justice, legal assisting and administration of justice correction, legal law, forensic science, medical research, medical field, veterinarian science, veterinary research, fire science, and homeland security. And I am one of those real child prodigies. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. A savant syndrome occurs when a person with below normal intelligence displays a specific talent or study in a specific area, usually in math and sciences. Everybody over here, everybody over there. I am the K, I am the P, and I am the MIC. My real name is Michael, and I'm also known as the Scorpion Kid. Let me tell you all this. I was born with photographic memory of the legal biz, which includes forensic science, political science, and the Constitution of the USA. And I live with ADHD and other learning disabilities, which gives me the brainiac power to put in the injustice shower. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. When I was 6 years old, and up to now, I was a child prodigy, now adult prodigy, which means practice at an expert level, areas such as these, behaviorist, mechanical prodigy, interpersonal abilities, in the medical research, legal prodigy boy, and forensic science, and all its terminology, and And I practice all of this since the age of 6, and up to now, all at an expert level. And how many 6 years old who lives with ADHD and other learning disability practice all of this at an expert level, and was a child prodigy, child savant, Renaissance child in all of these fields, Because of this, my IQ level is way over 500, My IQ level is way over 500, My IQ is way over 500, My IQ is way over 500, My IQ level, my brainiac abilities. With all my brainiac abilities, it makes my IQ level way over 500, My IQ level is way over 500, which makes me the most intelligent man on the face of the earth and on the face of the USA. And with all my gifted abilities combined, I can make this country great again, and I could take back the USA back to yesterday. And it's all because my IQ level is way over 500, way over 500. It's because my IQ level is way over 500, way over 500. It's because my IQ level is way over 500, way over 500. Because unlike all the other gifted people in our community, and also unlike all the citizens of the USA, and unlike all the citizens on the face of the shore in this universe, I use 100% of my brain. That means right hemisphere, left hemisphere. Because people with high IQ think differently, and see the whole picture. I don't have to think methodically because of my ADHD and all my abilities combined in one. And with my friend Shannon Lee Best, as you seen my IQ level, which I was tested in 2014, and she see my IQ level with her own two eyes, and she's seen it, and she could testify on that behalf that my IQ level was way over 500. My IQ level is way over 500, way over 500. My IQ level is way over 500, way over 500. My IQ level is way over 500. So why would you question me? And I'm the most intelligent person on the face of this whole and the whole wide universe. And why do you even doubt me? And why won't you even take a chance and listen to what my words and listen to my thoughts? And you can really see how intelligent I am despite my ADHD, despite my other learning disability. So don't question me when it comes to the legal biz, because of my photographic memory in it and my creativity ability that comes with my ADHD. I can write, type up, and perform court case speeches in the court of law, and I can also subpoena and be witnesses to testify on the fact. I know my legal biz and know my knowledge. The knowledge of the legal biz and the biz has a mental capacity to understand it, to comprehend it better than any civilian, better than any government official, better than a law enforcement policy, better than a politician, better than a federal judge. But why would you listen to me about the legal biz when I'm more intelligent than you ever be? Because you cannot see what I see when it comes to the legal biz. I like mathematician, they see math equations in the brain. I see laws in my brain, and my ADHD see connections that the people analyze, detect, and decipher those laws within my brain, which makes it totally insane in the membrane to violate my constitutional rights, because I know my rights, and I also have the ability to analyze, detect, decipher constitutional law and human rights violation within my brain. It makes it totally insane in the membrane to violate the constitutional rights, because I have the brainiac power to put into all your injustice shower. And it also makes me uniquely gifted. Please don't test my abilities, because I'm the K, I'm the P, I'm the MIC. My real name is Michael Horn. I'm also known as the Scorpion Kid. The time is near, the time is now. The time is near, the time is now. The time is near, the time is now. I tell you once again, I tell you once again. The time is near and the time is now for me to cite by memory all 27 amendments of the Constitution of the USA. Cite by memory legal terminology. Cite by memory legal documentation. Cite by memory penal code. Cite by memory case law. Cite by memory forensic science terminology. And also write up, type up, and form court case speeches in the court of law, and while providing evidence to prove my case with beyond a reasonable doubt. And I'm actually writing up, typing up, performing court case speeches on this music video, just to let you know what I could really do. Despite my ADHD, prosecutor accusation, learning disability, and I did not self-incriminate myself, or I did not incriminate my client. This will show you all what I could really do despite my ADHD and other learning disability. This will also show you guys don't judge a book by its cover, because people with ADHD and other learning disability will usually not be able to do what I could do despite the disability and despite not having a law degree. And as you can see in this music video, I do have these type of amazing ability, which gives me the best defense to protect my constitutional rights, and to make sure justice is served, to just make sure justice is served, because people with ADHD, like me, the K, the P, the MIC. My real name is Michael Horn. I'm also known as the Scorpion Kid, and we all are naturally gifted and talented in intuition, creativity, spunk, originality. Don't have to think methodically, because we all think outside of the box. Sixth sense, impulsivity, never give up, persistent, never give in. Have a turbo charge, race core brain, hyperactive, interjected, and see connections other people miss. And see connections other people miss. Unlike the people who has ADHD before me, unlike all the people who has ADHD before me, I was also born on October 27th, which falls under the zodiac sign of Scorpio, falls under the zodiac sign of Scorpio, and I also live with ADHD. And all Scorpios are also gifted and talented in intuition, creativity, spunk, originality. Don't have to think methodically, because Scorpios thinks outside of the box. Sixth sense, impulsivity, never give up, persistent, never give in. Have a turbocharged race car brain, hyperactive, energetic, and see connections other people miss, and see connections other people miss. Since I was born with ADHD and born under the sign of Scorpio, Scorpio the Scorpion, and both Scorpio and ADHD has the exact same gifted and talented ability, which means I was destined, yes I was destined, yes I was destined to be born with ADHD and born under the sign of Scorpio the Scorpion. All the civil rights laws flow around in clockwise within my brain, while all the government created and government made law flow around counterclockwise within my brain. And once they both overlap, and if the government made law contradicts our civil rights laws, both laws will blink consistently in red, like a warning sign, which will send a signal to my positive nature and the rest of my brain. And it will also tell me what witness I need to call to testify in the court of law, and what question to ask them, And it will also tell me what type of evidence I need to provide in court to prove my case beyond a reasonable doubt, So as you can see, my ADHD analyze, detect, and decipher unconstitutional law in my brain faster than a federal judge could ever comprehend it. People with ADHD are naturally creative, and because I do have ADHD, which creativity is a gifted and talented ability of it, it takes creativity to write up, type up, and perform court case speeches in the court of law, and because of my legal whiz ability and my photographic memory of it, I know how to not incriminate myself and know how to not self-incriminate my client. I was born with ADHD. Combined, I was also born on the sign of Scorpio, Scorpion. And combined with my photographic memory of the legal biz and my ADHD ability of how I could analyze, detect, and decipher unconstitutional laws within my brain, I was destined, yes I was destined. I was destined, yes I was destined to unwrap injustice. I'm destined to unwrap injustice, destined to take injustice down, destined to take all USA back to yesterday, I was destined to take the USA, back to yesterday, I was destined to unwrap injustice. I was destined to put an end to your reign of terror. I was destined to put you on the other side of the prison wall. Destined to put you all on the other side of the prison walls and lock you up. I was destined to lock you up, and throw away the key, I was destined to lock you up, and throw away the key, and I was also destined to continue the fight for what Martin Luther King Jr. dream was meant to be, which all civilians of the USA and all immigrants to be free, and be treated with equality, When you go against my brainiac mind, you will always lose, because you can never win against someone who is highly more intelligent than you will ever be, especially if someone like me who could actually analyze, detect, and decipher laws in my brain. Because with that type of ability, and because I'm also a genius in the legal biz, I could use all that knowledge that you are supposed to have against ya, in the court of law, I can use that knowledge against ya, in the court of law, I can use that knowledge against ya, in the court of law, and lock you all up on the other side of the prison walls, Because of this, I'm your worst nightmare, I'm your worst nightmare, because with my knowledge of the legal biz and my ability to analyze, detect, and decipher unconstitutional law within my brain, I have the power to put you all, the brainiac power to put you all on the other side of the prison wall and make you lose that badge, lose that position, lose that rank and authority, and put you all on the other side of the prison wall and take back the USA, back to yesterday, and take the USA back to yesterday because of my brainiac power and my ability to analyze, detect, and decipher laws within my brain. I can make sure justice is served. Cold and sweet. Because people with ADHD has a turbocharged race called brain, and so every single law that comes into my brain, every law that I read, every law I seen, every law that I heard, that comes within my brain, my ADHD see connections other people miss, separates it faster than ever a human can, because people with ADHD, like me, the K, the P, the MIC, has a turbocharged race called brain, so it actually literally detect those unconstitutional laws faster than any human can, because it's like a supercomputer. My brain is 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 like a supercomputer, and because of it, it could literally analyze, detect, and decipher unconstitutional law like a supercomputer, separating those laws. It makes it impossible to get unconstitutional law over me because my ADHD and my photographic memory in the legal biz can literally see those laws and literally separates it faster than a federal judge can ever comprehend it ever would, which makes it impossible to create a law and enforce it and get one over me because I have a photographic memory in all aspects of the legal biz, combined with my creativity and see connections other people make. I can literally see laws in my brain, and I can literally detect those unconstitutional laws within my brain, and that is one of my amazing gifted and talented abilities. And because of this, it's totally insane in the membrane. It's totally insane in the membrane to violate my constitutional rights and think you could get away with it. Because I have the brainiac power to defend myself against your injustice shower. Because I was blessed with the brainiac power to put in to all your injustice shower. I was fortunately to be blessed with photographic memory, blessed with photographic memory, and combined with me living with ADHD and other learning disability, combined with my naturally gift of ADHD, creativity, and see connections other people miss. My adopted mother, who was known to be a legally blind civil rights attorney, put law books in front of my face, legal documentation, penal code, case law, Constitution of the USA, forensic science books, and all aspects of the legal law books in front of my face when I was 6 years old, and she had me memorize all the context of the law books, memorize all the contents of the Constitution of the USA, word by word, amendment by amendment, section by section, and memorize penal code, case law, legal terminology, legal documentation, forensic science terminology, and she also had me write up, type up, and perform court case speeches in the court of law for my adopted mother, who was a legally blind civil rights attorney. Since she was legally blind, she couldn't read the substitute attorney form, subpoena documented thing, partition, a parental relationship, partition, custody, dissolution of marriage. So she had me read it and fill it out for her and file it for her in the court of law when I was only 6 years old. And how many 6 years old who don't have a law degree, or how many 6-year-old that you've seen who was a child prodigy in all aspects of the legal biz, and also who had a high enough mental capacity, who lived with ADHD and other learning disability that you ever seen, who could write up court case speeches and fill out legal documentation like the dissolution of marriage, partition of custody, partition of parental relationship, despite not having a law degree and despite not having a legal assisting or paralegal degree. But I was uniquely gifted. I was uniquely gifted because according to the federal judge and other federal agency, people with ADHD and other learning disability are called transexceptional, which means they live with a gifted and talented ability and live with ADHD and other learning disability. And because of this, I was uniquely gifted. So please don't tip my ability, because on the K, on the P, on the MIC, my real name is Michael Horn. I'm also known as a Scorpion Kid. I'm following my family legacy, embracing my destiny. Wish it to a rapping justice. I'm a rapping injustice, injustice. I'm a rapping injustice. I'm a rapping injustice, injustice. So please don't test my abilities, because I'm the K, I'm the P, I'm the MIC. My real name's Michael Horn. I'm also known as a Scorpion Kid. I'm following my family legacy, embracing my destiny, which is to unwrap injustice. Not just that, I'm following my family legacy, embracing my destiny, which is to slicing, dicing, slashing, dashing, slashing and slashing with that sword, knocking injustice away because it doesn't have a place in the USA. And I said this, everybody over here, they'll jump it in the air, wave goodbye to all injustice, tell it to stay away because it doesn't have a place in a good USA. And because of this, I'm taking injustice down, I'm taking it down, I'm taking all injustice down.